How is it going today? Lord, it's my name's Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
What Dwayne Jazz today we have for you? Movies I thought that were weird by Odd1sOut.
I think my #1 weird movie is Human Centipede.
Oh, please.
It wasn't scary to me. It was just nasty.
Please,
it was
okay.
Just, ugh.
Okay, if you guys have any reaction requests, we'll talk about that at the end. If you guys have reaction requests, please follow us on all social media links below. And don't forget to
subscribe.
Stuff on that.
Do you all remember that classic kids movie made in the 70s about a pig and a spider?
Yeah.
Charlotte's Web?
Yeah.
Remember how it made us a lot of money? I mean, remember how it ended on a cliffhanger? What was he talking about?
The one outside.
Yeah, big cliffhanger! It's been 30 years! Everyone wants to know what happened to that spider! The spider died, Ethan. Oh, I didn't watch it. But you got one thing right. Everyone is wondering what happened next. The first movie wasn't satisfying enough. America needs a sequel.
No, not all the
Who
time.
would watch that? And then 3 years later, we can make a live-action version. Now you're speaking my language, Ethan. Everyone else, you're fired. For some reason, movie producers and showrunners think that kids are stupid and don't know what good content is. They probably think that as long as a kid's show is a cartoon and it's moving,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, here's the truth, Hollywood. The cartoons don't have to move, but you do need to write likable characters and that actually makes sense. The only people who know what kids like these days are YouTubers. Am I right, fellow Utes? Hashtag let Pokemon go to the polls. I thought I had pretty low standards as a kid. But sometimes I'd be watching a show and even I'd think, this is weird. Why does this need to exist? Why are the animals singing? One of my favorite shows growing up was Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've actually been rewatching some of the episodes while I work on videos, not because I enjoy it this time, but because it's good background noise, and sometimes the show will say something that's so stupid it's good.
Mokuba, what do I always tell you? If at first you don't succeed, blast them with your blue eyes again!
I bought and framed 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh,
Dang it, these cards are too small to even
Boy, he's getting robbed. Sorry, Odd1s.
Yeah, that's the one you took.
I don't even know why I like it.
It's already gone.
It's basically just anime characters playing the exact same card game over and over. Yu-Gi-Oh would be losing, he would give a speech about friendship or the heart of the cards, and then he'd draw the Yu-Gi-Oh must-win card. And most of the time, he wouldn't even play by the rules. And then rinse and repeat that formula for 200 more episodes and 4 spin-offs, and you got yourself a successful anime. I think Yu-Gi-Oh was the first sign that gaming channels were going to be a thing. Kids just love watching other people play games. Because they suck at them. Okay, enough about Japanese cartoons. If Yu-Gi-Oh was able to keep my hyperactive attention span engaged, then what TV shows did I think were weird even as a kid? Keep in mind that these opinions are coming from someone who thought the Star Wars prequels were good. So, Misa, take it with a grain of salt. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. To be fair, I've never seen a single episode of it.
I never really watched it. I knew of them.
Series, but just the concept by itself was enough for my kid brain to think, this show is silly and I'm not gonna watch it. Like, come on. Ninja Turtles? That's a little weird, seeing that turtles are slow and aren't very maneuverable.
That's why I didn't get it.
I'm a turtle and I can't get up.
They're mutants.
Oh, I never watched the live
I guess that makes sense. And they're teenagers? Teenagers are mean to me. This is where I draw the line. Those are 3 adjectives that don't belong in a sentence together. And they're named after famous Renaissance artists? Why don't you just give them normal turtle names like Sheldon? Whatever.
Sheldon.
A real show about Japanese people playing card games. I used to think that the Powerpuff Girls was a girly TV show, so I never watched it. But then the show got rebooted, and everyone on the internet was saying how much they used to love the original, and all I could think was, man, if only I wasn't a sexist baby. Do you guys remember Zaboomafoo? Zaboomafoo was the show on PBS Kids where a lemur and these 2 brothers named the Krat Brothers would teach kids all about wild animals. I always thought that the 2 brothers were named the Crap Brothers, and I only just learned their real names right now when I looked up how to spell Zaboomafoo. Also, they have a website and it looks like this. Anyway, one of the episodes was all about eggs. The Krat Brothers talked all about the different kinds of eggs animals lay.
It was so educational, but it was cool.
What's it like to be in an egg?
And then one of the Krat Brothers just appears in a giant egg and says,
I didn't see that.
It's pretty squishy and gooey in here. And he brought a pizza with him.
Pizza!
I watched that episode as a kid and had 2 questions. 1, how do you get inside the egg?
How to get
and
the pizza
2,
in there.
what laid him? The more I thought about it, the weirder I felt. This is how fetishes start, PBS. Can you believe my brother is inside this egg? Now, when I think back to movies I thought were weird as a kid, the first thing that comes to mind were those freaking American mousetail ones.
I saw that. Did you?
Immigrate to America. Good luck doing a 2017 reboot. Dirty mouselums. Also, I have to talk about all those bad Disney sequels. They're all bad. Don't tell me, oh, I thought The Little 2 was alright. No, they're all bad. My least favorite one was The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I remember one time I watched both movies back to back, and just having seen the first movie, and then seeing the opening scene in the second one, I thought, what is this? This should be called The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I know those Disney sequels were just an easy way for Hollywood to make money.
Yeah,
think about how much more money they could have made if they just made good sequels. There was this one movie called Quest for Camelot. And as a kid, I liked this movie. It wasn't on my top 10, but it was alright. There was this one griffin who I thought looked cool and had a funny voice. Precisely. However, there's one part in the movie, and if you've already seen this movie, you probably know what I'm going to talk about, where a two-headed dragon sings a song about wanting to be separated from the other dragon. There's a lot of things wrong with this song. I don't want to go too in-depth, but at one part they dress up as Cher and Elvis for some reason, except kids who watch this are too young to know or care about these people, and any adults watching this with their kids are just thinking, this is uncomfortable. Keep in mind that it takes a team of people to animate something like this. This song had to go through multiple, well-paid professional songwriter
they all
people,
thought was okay.
and they all had to look at the scripts and go, yeah, this is definitely a good idea. The last movie that I suppressed was Charlotte's Web 2. Wilbur's Great Adventure.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I don't think enough people are talking about this movie.
I didn't know there was a 2.
I thought the first one was a classic story about a pig who cheats death because a nerd spider took pity on him. Also, I just want to talk about this one scene in the first movie where Wilbur found out the farmers are going to kill him, so he started crying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I know this pig isn't even real, but that scene was the closest thing to turning me vegan. The sequel is exactly what you'd expect from a sequel made 30 years after the original to be. They did change the character design a lot. I guess all these celebrities are still doing plastic surgery. Look what they made Charlotte look like in the sequel. The reason I bring up this movie is because of a scene towards the end. So this one character just can't fit in with all the other farm animals. He's a black sheep. Literally, they made him a black sheep. He was doomed to be an outcast from the start. And then a fox has a musical number, attacks the farm, and then goes after the black sheep. The other white meat. But he doesn't kill and eat the black sheep right there, no. Instead, he kidnaps, or sheep-naps, the sheep and takes him to an abandoned house, as any fox would do. And then, I don't know if I'm interpreting this the wrong way, but watching this scene, I was picking up some creepy, non-advertiser friendly vibes. The fox is basically telling the sheep, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you, oh yeah. I'm gonna put you in my mouth. Just eat him already. Stop licking your lips.
Like, why not
Look what he does with his tail, and tell me you're not picking up some sexual tension. There's even a part where the sheep started to run away, but then the fox dragged him back down. Where do you think you're going, sheep boy? I'm going to be a furry. If you're weirded out by this, don't worry. I was too. And also, we're all done. Those were all the movies and shows that weren't too far suppressed down for me to tell you about. I asked a friend what movies weirded them out as a kid, and they said The Hunchback of Notre Dame. What are you talking about? That was a great movie. Get on my level, scrub.
It's
I used to watch foxes seduce their meals before they bored them. Were there any movies or TV shows that weirded you out as a kid? Write it down.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I'm just saying. Hit the little dope, bruh.
I see it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! is one of my favorites.
What weirded you out, though?
What weirded me out? That Joey had a Brooklyn accent. Like, it always was like, I was like, everybody else cool, but then he's like, yeah, I got my black, I got Joey Wheeler here. I'm like, why does he have a New York accent? Like, hey, Joey Wheeler, yeah, my black dragon, hey you. I'm like, that's what I'm thinking in the room. Now I'm like, in a room, did they think, yeah, that character should have a Brooklyn accent? And I'm like, but no, a weird show when I was younger. I don't know. I don't have any weird shows. Now when I got older on Adult Swim, there's a lot of weird shows on there that I've seen.
There's a lot of weird shows on there, period. But I thought that, like, in Pokemon, the thing that I found weird was Brock, because his eyes were never
always
open.
Closed. Yeah.
Like, they're just always closed. So, like, I was thinking, like, cause I was little, so I was looking like, Is he blind? Like at first I thought he was blind, but I thought that he was aware of what was happening because his eyes was always closed, and even when he gets surprised, you never see his eyes bug out like everybody else does. So I just assumed that he was blind a little bit.
Yeah.
So then I asked my brother, and I was like, "Is he blind?" And then he just looked at me like I was stupid, and I'm just like, "No, he's always has his eyes closed." That's a legit question.
Yeah.
But I thought that was weird. But top weird movie has to be Centipede, Human Centipede.
Disgusting, bro.
It's just nasty. If y'all didn't see it, don't even look.
It's 18
if you're
plus.
if you're squeamish, don't look at it. Like it's not so much scary as
It's
just
disgusting.
It's just
Wait,
nasty.
you seen a movie that was disgusting? What movie that really made us squirm?
The second one.
The second was trash.
The second was trash, but it was nasty too.
Yeah.
They had 20?
He had fit like 20 some people
or something
together.
like that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was that one.
And then he was trying to.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, comment below. Tell us what was your weirdest movie that you ever had.
Yeah. Don't forget to
like,
subscribe.
share.
I felt like you was gonna say it. I felt like
That's your line. What are you talking about?
No, you always be like, don't forget to like.
Okay, whatever. And
Subscribe. Share. Cheers to war.
Deuces.
Deuces.